can say this Sentry deck got me my Infinite this season, and it also got me my first Infinity ticket. It's a good deck. It's a good deck. Try it out. Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Marvel Snack Deck Guides. I'm Gala27, and you did hear correctly. We have our first Infinity ticket. It took us far too long, but we got there, and we got there with this Sentry deck. It is the same Sentry deck that got me to Infinite in the ranked play this season. It is now, as you just heard, got me my first Infinity ticket. Now, before we get into the deck, as always, if you enjoy the content, please hit that subscribe button. It helps us out a great deal, so if you could do that and like the video, and if you leave a comment, I'll get back to you as well. So we'll get that out of the way to start with. Secondly, I'm about to go into talking about the deck. If that's not for you, that's not why you're here, you just want to see highlights and gameplay, then there's some chapters in the description where you can skip ahead to see some really cool gameplay that eventually ends up in our first Infinity ticket. So we've got the deck here. We've got the Hood and Nebula as our 1-cost cards, Carnage, Zabu, Armor, Viper as our 2 costs. We've got Cosmo as our only 3 cost, Shang Chi, Attuma, and Sentry as our 4 cost, Professor X as our 5, and Destroyer as our 6. Now, I've said I've only got 1 3 cost in Cosmo, but of course we have Zabu, whose ongoing ability, your 4 cost cards cost 1 less, which ultimately makes Shang-Chi, Attuma, and Sentry 3 cost cards. So Zabu is a very important card for this deck to be able to play more of our 4 cost cards. So there's a few win conditions. The main win conditions are the combinations in a lane. Armor with Attuma is always really good, that your opponent may not see coming. You could Sentry. So a key component is, so if we play Sentry, you can't play this at the right location, but its on reveal adds this -10 void to the right hand location. So we want to play across our first 3-4 turns. We want to keep the right hand lane empty, because ultimately on turn 4 into turn 5, or on turn 5 if we have Zabu, we want to play Sentry with Viper. So Viper, your opponent gains control of one of your other cards at this location. So if we play Sentry on turn 5 first, and then Viper, it adds the -10 void to the right hand location, and then Viper will give that to our opponent, which will be a long way to winning. That's one of the main win conditions. We can also use Cosmo. Of course, on reveal abilities won't happen at this location. To use Sentry as well if we don't have Viper, so then the -10 void doesn't activate. We can also use Cosmo with Destroyer if we don't want to destroy our other cards, but Destroyer becomes an option if we have Professor X or Attuma protecting our other winning lane as well. Professor X, I really like playing the Professor X. Lock down a location, of course. A good play is Attuma into Professor X, so if we got Attuma in a location on his own, we can then Professor X that location, which is a move that our opponents generally don't see coming. And then we've just got some other cards to complement the deck. We've got a Shang-Chi, which becomes a 3-cost card with Zabo. Destroy your enemy cards at this location have 9 or more power. Just helps you swing a location. Obviously can't play that where Cosmo is. And then we have the Hoods. So add a demon to your hand, which is nice. If we get that, if we play the Hood early, we've got a demon to help us in late stage game. 1 costs 6 power. Very useful. We can also then Viper the Hood if we need to, or we can use Carnage to destroy the Hood. We can also use Carnage to destroy the Void if there's no way of getting rid of the Void, or if we have to activate Sentry and there's no way of giving the Void to Viper, we can use Carnage to get rid of the Void to still be a shot at that right hand location. We've just got Nebula as a nice other 1-cost card that can power up if our opponent aren't playing cards there. So a lot of win conditions. We've got some highlights that we're about to go into now, which show the examples of these win conditions. As I said, we got close on our first Conquest attempt with this deck, and then we steamrolled through the Gold Conquest with this deck on our second attempt and got our Infinity ticket. So all the gameplay in this video today is from Gold Conquest gameplay. It is the deck that got me to Infinite in Ranked as well, but today's gameplay examples are all from the Gold Conquest. So we'll get into the highlights now, and I'll be back at the end of the video with some closing remarks. Hangs around. Anything over 10, we've got to put in the armor. Over 9, sorry. Least power here wins. Let's go the early snap. That's good too, because if he plays Hazmat, it's going to be even harder for him to win. That's really good. That's a fantastic card. And then all of my... So, Attuma and Sentry are going to have to end up here. So this is where we need to put our armor. Oh, his Shang Chi's gone. Lost my demon. I think this is a no play turn. Nopla! Alright, these are my thoughts. I reckon I go Attuma here into Professor X, lock this position down. I don't think he can beat me if we do this. I've already snapped. Say something, I'm giving up on you. We're on 13. So if I play here, this is going to go to 16, surely. Lock this down. I should already win the bar with no name. I don't think he can beat me. Maybe he can. Huge. I think that's a win. I go first. Let's just play a bunch of cards. I don't think he can win. Unless he can change the bar with no name. Well, if he can change the bar with no name, we're in big trouble here. Okay, good. Good game. That's a good one. Let's just protect our nebula. Well, this can be high risk. I don't think he's going to play 2 cards there this turn. So let's fill up this spot. Huge. I'm going to fill up this spot here, because now he's going to get a card added there on turn 3. Oh wow, look at this as well. Unfortunately, this is going to give him a nebula. That's okay. It's also going to give him that ninja. That's massive. Pretty happy with that. Is it already snapped? I'm going to snap. Let's see if he retreats this. I reckon there's an insta win there. Let's stop whatever he was going to do here. Huge. I think that's a win. That has to be a win, doesn't it? I'm going to put Sentry here just in case. Otherwise, if he gets sucked... If Sentry went into Grand Central, I'd lose the right-hand side. But if we play him here with Cosmo, the void will not occur. I don't think he can win this. This is big 4 cubes. We've got... In that position, he can't play another card. Oh my god. I was about to say, if I don't get a card that... Okay, this is going to... No, it's not going to win. Oh my god, it's not going to win. I actually can't win. Oh my god, as if I didn't draw a card. More than 4. That's insane. Look at that, he cannot play. He cannot play, but I cannot win. I pulled anything but Professor X. I can't win. If I play Shang Chi on the right, I lose by 1. If I play Destroyer, it destroys that. And then I lose. I still lose. I'm going to retreat. Wow. That was a good game, that last one. Cool. We can destroy our hood here. After turn 4, so hopefully that occurs first. I don't want to put my demon there. Might have to. Now we've got our Viper as well. I'm going to have to play Cosmo in the middle, but he's going to know. Can't play anything. It's after turn 4 still. Let's just play Cosmo middle. Couldn't play Cosmo on the right because then I can't play Sentry. These are some shocking cards. What are we supposed to do with this? This is last round as well. Oh, it's going to destroy his Nebula. As if that happens. Why would... Surely Hala happens before that does. That's a massive result, that is. Do I Professor X the right hand side? Let's Professor X the right. Huge. Alright, this is good. Yeah, this is juicy. Viper Sentry. That should win. We'll give him the hood. So he needs to come up with 16. Unless he plays 4 cards here, that would be... Well, he played 3. Heard everything. We got close. It's not going to be enough. We do win this round. We do win this round. That was good. That was good, good, good. Ongoing effects are doubled. Has he got any ongoing cards? We've got a Zabu. That's nice. Trying to think what ongoing cards he may have. As my cat enters the room. That's a little bell you can hear. Hello, little grass. Bye, little grass. That's huge. That's going to be 2 cost, 4 cost cards. Let's just go Nebula. Don't want armor yet. Who knows what can come up here. Don't need to. Let's just hold armor. Galactus.
Squad's still a little late.
The X-Mansion can absolutely turn a game. Look at the difference between that. Right, next turn we can go Sentry Viper. Right now we don't need to do that. Let's just play armor. All my bad habits have guts to go. All my bad habits have guts to go. Yeah. I'm not sure what he's rocking. So if we go Sentry, Viper, the starting points. We can Shang Chi that Devil Dinosaur. Yeah. We're going to Chi Dino. That's going to take us to 6. He's on 6 as well. Do we just make sure that we win? They go even. I don't think he's going to play anything else there. How can we do that? I don't think he'll play anything else on Onslaught. He'll play Devil Dinosaur somewhere else, I think. But then we will win the left. He can't win both the other positions if he plays another Devil Dinosaur. And I think another Devil Dinosaur is what's coming. Because he Moon Guild. Huge. Yep. Good play, Bob. That was a good game. Good game, Viper. So might want to Viper that to us, but we can Viper it back. We can Cosmo to stop him doing stuff. I like that significantly. I'll go this early and just fill his left-hand position. So he's got Sentry as well. He might try to take these all back. Let's Cosmo that. We can win this left-hand side position. There's nothing you can do about them. Can't take him back. Can't destroy him. Nothing. Wow. Whoo. Yeah. Team losing here. This is perfect for Sentry. This is coming up Millhouse. This is going to destroy my Void for me. He can't do anything about this here. Then we go Armor into Attuma. Good luck. Good luck beating us, Night Beacon. Nice. So he keeps that squirrel. Sacrifice this position here, I think. Not necessarily, though. Alright, let's think about this. I go Hood, Carnage. I can play Demon there to win that, and then I'll play Attuma here to win this. I think that wins. This should absolutely win. Demon, Nebula, Attuma. He can't stop me. It's happened early. No, I've still got him. I've still got him. I've still got him. Come on. It's a long way back for him now. He's got to beat me 5 times in a row. 1 out of the next 5. This is good starts. Good starts. One out of the next 5. We get our first infinity ticket. I like that as well. Don't need to use my armor if I don't want to. He's gone to snap. If we can get a few over here, but I might be able to Attuma into Professor X there. Let's go Cosmo in the middle. So we can armor that if we need to. I've got to Attuma this. These are some shit cards, man. Just preserve everything and then play Destroyer here. Give us options to play. Hopefully we get... Because even if he wants to play the Sentry, even if he Vipers this to us, we destroy it with Destroyer. We could Viper it back to him as well, to be fair. Okay. I'll go first. No point Vipering just yet. I go first. Alright, I think he's going to try and Viper that back to us. Let's just lock that down. Yeah, he's definitely Vipering that to us. Can't move. Huge. So this should win, I would have thought. Destroyer. He's got to get to 21. I knew he was going to Viper the Void back to us. That's a massive Professor X. That's a massive, massive Professor X. It's good Professor X. This is good snap. This has been a clean run. A clean run through Gold Conquest. I've called it early, but I think we've won. Destroyer's not even going to activate here. It doesn't matter. Nothing can get destroyed. 12. Infinity ticket. There you have it, guys. There's our first infinity ticket. The Sentry deck. A lot of fun. I really enjoy using this deck. It's a lot of fun, especially I've had some cool instances. It didn't happen today where my opponent has had Venom in the right hand location and we Vipered the Void over on turn 6. And then they've played Zola on turn 6 and they've actually hit the Void instead of Venom, and then you get, obviously it stuffs up to the location. So you get some cool win conditions like that. Attuma into Armor or Professor X is a really nice way to win. And then of course you've got Sentry with Cosmo as another way. Or Sentry Viper is probably the most fun way to win. Destroyer with Cosmo, another really good condition that can win you the game. And of course Shang Chi can turn a lane, but as he can in any deck. So if you enjoyed the video, please hit that subscribe button. Please like the video. Please leave us a comment and we will get back to you. And please try this deck and let me know how many infinity tickets you currently have and what decks you will be using now, later today or earlier today, depending when this video actually gets published, depending on my internet speed. If you have won the Infinite Conquest or how many infinity tickets you have on the lead up to winning the Infinite Conquest. So that's all we have time for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. We will see you very, very soon. Until then, have a great week. Betcha.